Welcome back to the Mafuba Jar, where you've been sealed away for more Dragon Ball Super content. Today we're going to be focusing on another deck profile, and that is going to be a revised version of Vegito. So with set 3, Vegito gets a little bit of extra support. It also gets another really good Vegito card. Now the question is, can this deck stand up to the current meta? Well, we're not sure, so we're going to try it out. So the build that I have here today is updated from the previous one that we did a long time ago when set 2 first came out. Now we have more cards, we got more things to do. So we're gonna take a look at Vegito once again and see what we can make it work, see how we can make it work, I should say. So Vegito on the Unawakened side has a permanent that says each Son Goku and Vegeta in all of your areas gain a red, blue, and green colors. So that means anything you put down that's a Goku or Vegeta, it's automatically red, blue, and green at the same time. When this card attacks, place up to 1 card from the top of your deck in the drop area. If that card is red, this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, and when you get to 4 life, you may awaken 4 or less, and you draw 2 cards, flip it over. Now, this is really cool because you've pretty much always guaranteed a 15,000 power attack because most of your cards in here are Goku and Vegeta. So that means most of them are going to be red no matter what you do. There's also other red cards in here as well. Sometimes you might miss, but it's not very common. Plus, you're adding fuel to the fire because when you awaken over into Fusion Warrior Super Saiyan Vegito, you maintain that same permanent. Goku and Vegeta is red, blue, green. When this card attacks, draw 1 card. Now, if there are 10 or more Son Goku or Vegeta in your drop area, that means 10 total between the 2 of them. Then the card gains 5,000 power and double strike for the duration of the turn, making it a 20,000 power double striker. Now that can be pretty darn important, and you know, sometimes you get there, sometimes you don't. There's a lot of ways you can play this deck, and I'm starting to realize now that that's not like the absolute win condition to the deck, but it's really good regardless. So there's your leader card for the deck. Now let's take a look at the actual build itself. Now, there's a lot of Saiyans in this deck. As a matter of fact, the whole deck is pretty much just Saiyans with the exception of just a couple of cards. So we're gonna play 4 copies of Trunks Bridge to the Future. The auto says when you play this card, look it up to the 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Saiyan among them and add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the cards in the drop area. Now this is important because we also have a Vegito card that mills 10 cards, and if there's a Vegito in there with 25,000 power, guess what? You get to evolve lightning speed right into it. So we're actually adding fuel to the fire here by hopefully getting one of those Vegitos into the drop area immediately by playing Trunks, and we're also adding a Saiyan to our hand as well. So it's pretty important, not to mention you are potentially fueling things up for this to work as well. And the other Vegito, if it has, it takes the number of Goku and Vegeta cards in your drop area and adds 5,000 power for each of them. So we have a lot of ways to really fuel things, and Trunks Bridge to the Future, even though it's not a Goku or a Vegeta card, is a really good card at the very beginning of the game. It is a 1-drop card, and if you need to at the very end of the game or middle of the game, you don't need them anymore. They are combo 0 for 5,000. So it's pretty strong even later on if you want a combo and you just want to get things out of your hand, or if you need a green energy that you have been wanting to put down, you can put down a Trunks for green energy if you absolutely have to. So we got 4 of those. It is the only, well, it's not the only, it's one of the only 1-drops in the entire deck. The other one, of course, is also very important, and that is going to be 4 copies of Kind Saiyan Son Goku. This does not change at all from our previous Vegito deck. When you play the card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 blue Son Goku among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Now remember, all Gokus and Vegetas in all areas, including your deck, drop everything, are gonna be blue, red, and green. So even if you pull out a red or a green Goku, it's still blue. So you can still search it with Kind Saiyan, thanks to your leader card having that ability. So there you go. 4 of those. Next, we have 4 copies of Bundle of Curiosity Son Goku. Now this is pretty good because you're able to draw a card when you play this. So even though it costs 2, draw is still good. Obviously getting through your deck is important, and this does just that. So Bundle of Curiosity, another Goku to add in here. It can also be used as energy, of course, for red, blue, and green, just like the other Goku and every other Goku and Vegeta here from here on in. So there's that as well. Another Goku we have here, 4 copies of Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. This card is probably interchangeable. I'm just trying this out for now. Not gonna lie to you guys. It seems like it'd be pretty good though. When you play this card, each of your red battle cards and red leader card gain 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So basically, if you put this down and you already have other battle cards out, your leader's gaining 5,000, this gains 5,000, and so does anything else that's a Goku or Vegeta on the field because they're all red. So I feel like in a deck like Vegito that it's changed a little bit. It's not all dependent on Vegito itself. There's also attacking Goku and attacking Vegeta. Why not play this? Because you're just gonna give them a boost. And then when your turn is done, you pick it up and put it right back into your hand. So if you have extra energy to burn, you can, or you can use it as Potara fuel as well, because it doesn't say you can't Potara with it. It's still a Goku. And if you have a Vegito down, you can use it to Potara with that as well. Before your turn's over with, of course, because when your turn ends, it goes back to your hand. All right, so there's that. We also play 4 copies of, well, obviously, the Dash Goku Rapid Onslaught Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku. You can evolve a Goku, which we're going to be evolving this one, of course, for a blue and 2 colorless energy. It has double strike, and when you play this card, you may choose 1 card in your life, place it in the drop area. If you do so, this card gains critical for the duration of the turn, making your opponent take their cards out of the life, putting it straight into their drop area. So it's pretty important if you can do double strike crit and they don't have a way to stop it. It's just a really, really good card, and your 20,000 power as well. So, I mean, it's a pretty cheap evolution, 3 instead of playing 5 straight down. There's that Goku. And on to the Vegeta cards. We've got 4 of the Double Shot Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. This card is only going to be played one way and one way only. You're going to tap an energy and combo with it because at the end of the battle, after you combo with this card from your hand, if your leader card is red, play this card in rest mode. Well, our leader card is indeed red, so we're going to play this in rest mode. If we have a Goku out and we have a Vegeta out next turn, if you have enough energy, you can Potara into one of the Vegito cards as well. So there's 4 of those. I'm actually going to move the Vegito leader card out of here because I want to make sure I have as much room as possible. As much as I love this mat is actually very small, so there's not as much room to do deck profiles with as I would like. For now, we'll just set it off to the side. All right, next Vegeta card we have here is going to be from the Heroes and Villains set. And this, of course, is from the hero side. We have 4 of the Comrades Combined Vegeta. The permanent says if all of your energy is blue, reduce the energy cost in your hand and battle area by 1. So this becomes a 2-drop Vegeta. So that's pretty important, making this down into a 2-drop instead of a 3. It makes it so that Vegeta is actually much easier to play than before because all the other Vegetas we had, you had to pay the 3. All we had was just the double shot. Now we actually have a way to do 1 or 2 energy Vegetas, and I think that's pretty important. So we play 4 of these Comrades Combined Vegeta. Obviously, it's pretty easy to have all blue energy because everything here so far, from here to here, is all red, blue, and green at the same time anyway. All right, so we do have to be a little bit careful though, because if all of your energy is blue and this is down, then you can't play the next card that I'm about to show you guys on top of it. So the best thing to do is if you have all blue energy, mess it up by putting something down that's not like a Vegito card or something. So that way, if you want to evolve into this card, Dauntless Spirit Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, you can. The problem is that this is now a 2-drop in the battle area if all your energy is blue. So make sure that you have a non-blue energy in here that's not a Vegeta or a Goku, or just evolve this one that's already going to be 3 and stay 3 into Dauntless Spirit Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. It's an EX evolve for a single green. You place 1 card from your hand into the drop area as well, and you can evolve a Vegeta with an energy cost of 3 or more into this card. It's got double strike, and when this card deals damage, you may place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you do, it gains critical. So this is another double strike crit card on top of your already really good double strike crit Rapid Onslaught Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku. The difference is that you can actually keep doing this every turn instead of just the 1-shot double strike crit that the Rapid Onslaught provides. This is pretty much every turn. You can place a card from your life in the drop area and it gains crit. So you can do it over and over again. This is where you get a different style of Vegito. You actually get attacking Gokus and attacking Vegetas, and I think that that's important because the biggest weakness to the Vegito deck is that it's very, very much a straightforward deck that requires you to basically win the game by getting into Vegito. But when you have attacking Gokus and attacking Vegetas, it makes the game a little bit different, and it makes the deck a little bit different and a little bit more versatile and a little bit better for the meta. It can handle things a little bit easier than it would if it was just straight on Vegito. Now, I would love to have the Ultra Instinct engine in here. However, I don't really know if it's viable just because of the speed of the meta. It's a little bit difficult. If you were to put in the Ultra Instincts, you could probably take out the Dauntless Spirit Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, or you could take out the Super Saiyan 3 Son Gokus, or you could also do the Indomitable Spirit Son Goku as well. There's a bunch of different things you can do. I'm just trying this out for now. I'm not really sure if this is the way to go or this is the way to go, but it's hard to say. But in any case, you can try it out however you want to. If you want to try the Ultra Instinct in this, you can. I personally found the Ultra Instinct to be too slow in this particular build. When I tried it out, that's what I originally had. I didn't like Ultra Instinct in Vegito. As good as it sounds like it would be, I didn't like it as much. I think it's better to have the attacking Gokus, the attacking Vegetas, and have the plus 5,000 power that the Super Saiyan 3 provides. So you can play it however you want it, but that's it for the Gokus and the Vegetas, and also our Trunks to search out the Saiyans. Now we're gonna look at our Vegito cards. So first we have 4 copies of Lightning Speed Vegito Union Potara 3. So you tap 3 energy and you take a Goku and a Vegeta in the battle area, put them 2 underneath this one, and you can put this card in active mode. So even if you attacked, say you had Rapid Onslaught and Dauntless Spirit, right? You went ahead and attacked with both of them. They're in rest mode. You can tap 3, Union Potara, go straight into Vegito, put it in the active mode, so you're attacking with this card, and when you do attack with this card, you can attack battle cards that are in the active mode if you want to. But otherwise, at the end of the battle, after this card attacks, place 10 cards from the top of your deck into your drop area. Then choose up to 1 Vegito with 25,000 power from your drop area and evolve into it by placing it on top of this card in active mode. So basically, you could go attack, attack, Potara, attack, evolve, and attack again. So it just depends on what you have into your drop area, and what you mill is also very important as well. There's 4 of the lightning speeds. There's a few things you can mill into, actually. It's going to be, in my build, I have 6 potential targets, only because I only own 3 of one specific card. But first and foremost, we're gonna be looking at Repeated Force Vegito. This is still a very good card and a very awesome thing to be able to target with that Lightning Speed Vegito. It does have Triple Strike, and when this card attacks, it gains 5,000 power for each Goku and Vegeta in your drop area for the duration of the turn. So there's no Overwhelm in this. You don't want to send it into the warp. It's not good to do so because you want cards in your drop area. Every Goku and every Vegeta in here provides 5,000 extra power to Repeated Force Vegito and its Triple Strike. So essentially, if they can't negate this, you are going to be dealing 3 damage to their life, pretty much guaranteed. So that's why this card is really good. I feel like it's still important enough to warrant 3 spots in the deck. You might be able to drop the 2 if you decide to play the other Vegito that's here in the count of 4 like I would like to, but it's still a great target. I think ultimately I would like to go to 2 and play 4 of the Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, which I will be showing you guys here in a second. However, I only own 3, so for now it's stuck at 3. So we got a 3-3 split. Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegito is also very good, 25,000 power, and it's a target for Lightning Speed Vegito. It's got Triple Strike as well, but the difference is, when you play this card, if your leader card is Vegito, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and up to 1 of the cards in their hand and place them in the drop area. Then you get to draw 2 cards. Very good. Very, very good. In their own ways, they're both excellent cards. Then you may choose up to 2 cards in your life and add it to your hand. So you don't have to choose 2, you can choose up to 2. You can do 0, you can do 1, or you can do 2. helps you self-awaken in the same process if you're not awakened just yet. If your opponent's stalling you out, this is a way you can help self-awaken. This Goku helps you self-awaken as well, so that's important. I think that's the only other way that you can help self-awaken. But there's 3 of these. I would like it to be 4 and this be 2. But like I said, I only have 3 of the Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegitos. And we also, of course, are keeping it real here with our single copy of the secret rare Ultimate Force Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, because if you pull this off, you pretty much won the game. It is called an Ultimate card. You can only have 1 card with the name Ultimate in it. So yeah, Ultimate is definitely overpowered in this particular instance. It's got triple attack. So that means twice per turn when this card attacks, switch it into active mode after the battle, and it also has triple strike. Pretty much the only way you're gonna stop this card is if you have a Mafuba in hand. Because if you have a Mafuba in hand, I can't re-attack. So that's the only way you can stop this thing. It'll deal up to 9 damage to your life. It can end the game for you in 1 turn if you have all your life. That's how amazing this card is. And it takes 5 red energy, and you have to Union Potara, a Goku, and a Vegeta. And in this deck, everything is red energy except for the Hyper Rush Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, and also the Trunks Bridge to the Future. And there's also Senzu Bean. Everything else is red energy. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 of the cards don't count as red energy. You're gonna hit a red. You're gonna have 5 red energy. It's just not, it's impossible to miss. However, if you do happen to miss and you don't get anything out, I still like to play this card even though it's got an errata. Mind Controlling Babidi. This is the only deck left that can play this card because you have to have 6 red energy in order to play it. When you play this card, look at up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 red battle cards among them with 25,000 or less power other than Evil Wizard Babidi. In that case, it's just this card, and play them, then shuffle your deck. So anything that's 25,000 power or less, that's red. So you can't target this one because it's green. It's a Vegito card, it stays green. But you can target the Repeated Force Vegito, the Lightning Speed Vegito, and every single one of the Goku and Vegeta cards. You can target everything except for the Trunks, the Ultimate Force, because it's a Vegito, obviously. It's a blue Vegito, especially over 25,000, and your Hyper Rush. So that's only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of your battle cards that you cannot target. Only 8. So Mind Controlling Babidi, really good way to help get things going if you're really, really pushing it to the end of the game and you have 6 energy in play. If they're all red, you can play the Babidi and you can put down 2. I've pulled off Babidi before to get 2 Repeated Force Vegitos. You got 2 triple strike attackers. It's pretty brutal for your opponent. It's a lot for them to deal with. Also, we do have our super combo card is Handy Giru. You can use this card to combo. When you have 4 or less life, you draw a card, and this is 10,000 combo for free. So if you have 4 life, everything you add this to, 10,000 power, draw a card. 10,000 power, draw a card. 10,000 power, draw a card. I mean, it's a really important for every deck to have their corresponding super combo cards. Handy Giru only works if your leader card is red. Same thing for Divine Aid Vados. You can use either one of those cards. They're both super combo cards that apply to red leaders. This is just the more new one, probably more readily available for players that are just starting the game. Even though I do have to say, if you're just starting the game, chances are you don't have access to a good number of cards from this deck. This is specific to that one deck, the Heroes. This is a Dash promo. This is a Tournament promo. This is a Secret Rare. This is from set 3. This is from set 2. So, I mean, it's going to be difficult for a brand new person to be able to build this deck unless they buy the cards to make it happen. But if you've been playing for a while now, chances are you probably have most of this deck already. Our final card is 3 copies of Senzu Bean. Choose one of your cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them to active mode. The energy that you play for Senzu Bean must be blue, so that means it has to be a Goku or Vegeta card, essentially, for it to work. There's no other blue card, so it has to be one of your Gokus or Vegetas. You can play Senzu Bean because they count as blue energy. All right, well, there you go, guys. That's it. This is your entire Vegito deck for set 3 and on, at least for now. We're going to see how this does against whatever deck Noel has decided to build. I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it was Fused Zamasu. Yeah, that's what it was. Fuse Zamasu. We'll see what comes out on top. I'm really curious to see how this is going to work. I really do like Saiyan decks, especially things centered around Goku and Vegeta. I mean, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be hard to say, and I feel like Vegito in general might be a little bit too slow for the current meta that's very fast, thanks to Mecha Frieza being a thing. Mass Saiyan is also very quick. Pan is also very quick and aggressive as well if you build it right and you play it right. So Vegito may not be in a place that does that well right now, but we'll see how it goes against Fuse Zamasu, and you guys can decide for yourself whether or not this is a deck you want to build for fun, or if you can try to tweak it and make it work competitively as well. So that's going to do it for now. Make sure you guys stay tuned next Thursday for the battle between Fuse Zamasu and this Vegito deck. I am definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, I love Vegito. It was one of my very first decks that I built that I've done well with, and I look forward to seeing what can happen and how it can hold its own moving forward into the future. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe for more TCG content here on the Mafuba Jar, and we will see you guys next time. And until then, you have been released.